So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our video of Saturn as the Atmakaraka in the second house, as in what happens when Saturn is in the second house as the planet that holds the highest degree. It's abbreviated by AK in my astrological report that you get from my website at this link here under shop section, option 6 and beyond. It's a PDF report where you'll find all your 7 karakas. Okay. So Atmakaraka shows your duty. And remember, my marriage technique, the greatest marriage technique for marriage timing, is now on the blank chart prediction course on Magha Vedic Astrology Academy, along with age activation and blank chart activation of certain things that happens in your life, like wealth, money, business. Right now, I'm showing activation of how to get money in business. So, anyway, so Saturn, as you know, is kind of like Sun. Okay? Saturn and Sun are very similar as Atmakaraka. Why are they very similar as Atmakaraka? Because one is the father, the other is the son. So they're going to have some DNA traits. Because remember, when Sun is the Atmakaraka, the person has the highest of responsibilities in life. They have to not only take care of themselves, the family, but they actually have to take care of society in large. Saturn is again about responsibility, duty, commitment, sacrifice. So here, when it becomes the Atmakaraka, it will show that the individual is now having to take on responsibility where sacrifice is going to be needed related to family. Meaning this person cannot say like, okay, I gotta make money, I gotta make wealth, screw you all. Because in that case, you will see money will be made and suddenly it will go down. Why? Because you're not fulfilling your duty with this Saturn. Atmakaraka is a very important planet because it shows you're not born here to become Taylor Swift. You're not here to become Shah Rukh Khan, Tom Cruise, Michael Jackson. Okay, when they die and they go on the other side, they're not going to be like, hey, listen, I'm Michael Jackson. I'm Tom Cruise. So what else you got from me? It's like, okay, did you serve your children? Did you serve your family? Okay, you didn't do your job correctly. Go back. They don't care about your fame. The other side, the astral plane, does not care about who you are in terms of your career, your fame, your fortune, your money. It has nothing to do with that. This is why saints and sadhus and high qualified priests are more about service to humanity than service to themselves for the riches. So here, the very first thing you will see that a person is gonna have to give themselves in their duty and commitment towards their family, towards their money. The other thing you will see with this particular Saturn in the second house, such people need to start working early. Saturn actually makes them work early and make money for the family. Now, especially, I don't know how it is in India, because actually I still see that it's kind of like looked down upon in India to work at McDonald's as a teenager. You can't do that. It's like people will look at you like weird, and I don't get that because in US, no matter what job you have, people just respect you. Like especially as a teenager, if you're working at McDonald's like I did, people know you're a student, you're working, you got to make money. So this person will have to make money early in life. So obviously, making money early becomes active in this person's life. You will also see the person becomes very strict with risk taking. Like they're not the people who will immediately take risks. If they're going to take risk, they're going to take a 10% risk. They're not going to be taking full risk. And they will think 10 times before making big purchases. Like they do not like to give big chunk of money at once. They only want to give little money. They rather have things on loans and have a monthly payment than to give a big chunk at this one goal. Like for example, they can have a, let's say, $60,000 in their bank account, and they're buying a car for $30,000, 40,000. Even though they can easily pay cash for that car, they're like, no, I'm not giving that big chunk for this car. I'm simply going to do a monthly payment. The other thing, no matter how your relationship is with the mother, you're going to have to take care of her. You are going to be the one responsible for taking care of her, whether it's in her old age, middle age. Okay. You and the whole household is going to be waiting for you to provide something. Okay, they're going to be waiting for you to provide something, to provide things for the family. And especially you will see anytime something goes wrong within the family or within the household, you are responsible for fixing those things. Like for example, plumbing issues happen, AC breaks down, fans breaks down. Somebody, you can have 6 members in the family, you'll be the one getting the call. The other thing, such a person will also have to serve the in-laws. They're going to have to serve the in-laws. They are the one who are going to have to provide for their spouse. The needs of the spouse, this person is responsible for. Doesn't matter if it's a male or female. You are responsible for your spouse's, fulfillment and their needs, whatever their needs are. You will also see, if you have an elder sibling, the person will have to either somehow be responsible for elder siblings. They will also be responsible for their friends and social circles. Big responsibility comes into play. You will see with this person, no matter how much they want to have friends, they'll have the hardest time making friends. They'll have the most fewest friends possible. Because the soul, the Atmakaraka, is saying that you can't go out there and look for support. Because what happens with our social circles and with our friends, we look for support from them when we need them, right? Here, it's saying no. If you're going to do something, you're going to do it on your own merit. They'll have the fewest friends. And you will also see with Saturn, when it's in the second house, one has a hard time getting along with their mother. But you have to. Okay? Now, one way to get around this is, let's say you don't get along with your mother, but you have a lot of money. Saturn in the second gives great money. Especially if it's even second from Jupiter. Great money. What you should do is get your mother a property. Get your mother property next to your home, a little bit further away from your home. Because the thing is, no matter what, life is going to bring back the responsibility to you. So there's a way of getting around these things. That you don't get along with your mother, I get it. I've seen people who don't get along with their mother. One of my own great friends couldn't get along with my mother, couldn't stand her. But if that responsibility is there, simply the thing is, if you have the means, then you can just simply buy her a property that, hey, you stay here, you deal with your thing, if you need anything, just call me. So that means at least the person is most of the time away and separate from the mother, but still taking care of the mother. Okay, and look, there are these things where sometimes mother might be the enemy from past life, but you still have to deal with it. You still have to take care of it. Okay. Also, you will see with this Saturn in the second house as Atmakaraka, one will love eating foods the next day. Whatever is in the fridge, they'll love eating that the next day. They love eating stale foods or cold foods. Cold food doesn't mean like cold in terms of like their temperature. Cold as in that it doesn't have much zest or nutrition. Like if let's say Saturn Rahu is in the second house, the person will love eating dosa. obsessed with dosa in India, or anything that is fermented, because dosa is fermented, right? So fermented food, they will love eating. Saturn as the Atmakaraka will show that the person will like to maintain and collect things which are old in nature. Collecting old antiques, old furniture, old, money and coins. So they'll love doing that. But the soul's main purpose here, you're earning to serve others. You're not earning for yourself. You're gonna have some responsibility. Even if you're single, no family, no kids, you'll either have to take care of the mother, give that money to your sister, your brother. Somehow responsibility will show up at the doorsteps and you can't ignore it. You just can't. There's no remedy for it. Remedy will simply says, okay, you can skip this life and next life you'll have the same thing. Okay. So anyway, guys, this was my analysis of Saturn in the second house as your Atmakaraka. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below so you don't miss this type of videos. So if you want to know everything about your chart, consultations, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.